Good day, everyone. I'm Shiro Tamaya, your resident Coyote Phantom Thief at your service. And my birthday is going to be occurring in T-minus 1 hour. Oh man, it's been a while. And yes, I have my cake, a little bit of one of the cakes on screen. Runner-up, of course, was vanilla. I kind of cheated. This is not technically a vanilla cake, it's strawberry shortcake, but you cannot blame me, strawberries are delicious. Anyways, hello Andy, hello Bison, hello Fresh, hello Abdura, hello First, and hello Tsume-senpai. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. Be sure to check out Tsume-senpai's channel. It will be in the description below if you have not already. But yes, I have my cake. I haven't actually had a bite yet, so give me 1 minute. I'm going to try it. Oh, that's really good. Not too sweet. A nice tartness from the strawberries. Oh, heck yeah. I love cake so much. You want cake? I would fax you a piece, but I don't think that'll work too well. But do you have the entire bakery? I wish I did. But, okay, so I don't really have any topics planned that. Okay, let me repeat that because I cannot formulate a sentence. I didn't have any planned topics to talk about. Unlike last year where I did like a karaoke, I'm not planning on doing any singing. But I do have a little bit of an announcement later that I'll do once we hit midnight. Describe the cake in vivid detail. Okay, let's begin. I kind of ruined the whipped cream frosting with my finger when I was trying to pick it up off of the serving thing. So it's a little decrepit. It's very light. I don't think that's not a really lemony flavor. It's just like a basic good cake with like whipped cream and the strawberries are sweet, still a little bit tart. I wish there were more. I would love there to be more strawberries. You cannot go wrong with more strawberries on a strawberry shortcake. Come on. What else can I describe about this? There's not too much to describe, it's a basic cake. The other one I could describe more because the chocolate one, which chocolate was the winning flavor, is pretty fancy. It's like a 3-tiered cake with like this chocolate type of thing, chocolate something filling of some sort, and some raspberries and like actual pieces of like chocolate on it. It looks really good. Add more. If I had more strawberries, I would, but I do not. Unfortunately, I do not. So good. Chocolate goop. Please do not call it chocolate goop. That is not an appealing thing. Tsume, stop. Tsume senpai, please stop. But man, it's been a while since I've streamed. It feels good to be back though. Of course, I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be able to stream beyond today and tomorrow, but I think, well actually, no, in about 2 weeks I should be able to do a couple streams. I'm getting a bit of a break, so I can do a few in the evening, maybe in the morning, depending on what I do. But we'll see. And hello, Ganaru! Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. But stream every day. That sounds fun, but one, I do not have that kind of time. And two, that would be exhausting. Like, here's one thing I will say. Streaming is fun. It's really fun, but I don't think... I feel like some people don't quite understand how tiring streaming can be sometimes. Like, it doesn't seem like it should be, you know? It's just like, you know, you turn on the stream software, you get to play some games, talk to people, do whatever, but like, trying to like be entertaining, and making sure you're actually paying attention to the things you're saying and doing commentary and all that stuff, it is a lot to think about. But I like doing it. I like being an entertainer. It's a lot of fun, and you know, being able to make you guys smile is something I do no matter what. Whether it be through music or streams. Yeah, imagine entertaining people, that's so hard. Mad respect to you, Shiro. Thank you so much, Ganaru. Though speaking of music, that does remind me. I have so many projects I need to get done. There's like a surprising amount of work just in my backlog. I have some recordings I need to do at some point soon for for the lore video project that I've been working on for... Is it approaching a year soon? Since I started writing the scripts? I think it is. It's been a long time that I've been working on this. I need to do recordings for that. I have more cover projects that I need to do recordings for as well. And you know, just generally trying to sort out a lot of the other background stuff that you guys don't even well, some of you will not know. Some of the coffee members, I think, do know. I forget how much I told them. And hello, Adam. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. Hi, Shiro. Good to see you live again, and happy birthday in advance. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be able to celebrate my birthday again with you guys. Last year was really fun, and it's a shame my birthday is on a Monday this year because I really enjoyed doing my giant stream marathon that I did for my birthday last year. I really wanted to bring people back and do like a Totsumachi, but I do not have the time. Like, the thing, I could have, like, maybe scheduled the streams and celebration stuff on a different day, but it just didn't feel quite right. I wanted to do, I wanted to do it on my actual birthday, so unfortunately that means it's a Monday night, meaning I can't stream for very long at all. And I have...
Tsume Shira donated $50. Birthday. Give cake.
Alright. I'll mail order you a piece and send it. Especially for you. So my senpai, thank you so much for the $50 donut. Holy crap. Monday got 1000% better today. I'm glad to hear, Kanaru. Done any vocal practice since the holidays, or have you been too busy? Life does get in the way. Sometimes. Well, I was sick for a while where my throat was just completely destroyed. So I couldn't do any singing practice, but after a week of letting my voice sit after I've like recovered from being sick, I'm finally doing singing stuff again and doing practice and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I am finally back to doing the stuff I want to do. Which does remind me, I have a rush date on something I need to record soon, so we'll be trying to squeeze time to do that at some point. The bad feeling when you know how birthdays advance by one day every year, but then it skips 2 days during leap years, so when it's Saturday one year, then Monday the next, and not... Yeah, leap years make everything a little weird. And hello, Tachikoma, thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Rush day. Yeah, well, it's like rush date. Let's just say that. Yeah, the deadline for something that I need to record is approaching very soon, so I need to squeeze time into my schedule and like dedicate a certain amount of time so I can complete it. I'm making it more work than it needs to be, but I'm also just that kind of person. Because unfortunately, when I'm given a certain type of project, and I know I can do a lot for it, I will always go the extra route and be like, I'm going to give myself more assigned work. And I really shouldn't be doing that. But, you know, sometimes you can't control that part of your brain, and you already commit to it. And I committed beyond belief. Cause like, before I could convince myself to stop what I was doing, I already completed an entire recording track for something I needed for it. And at that point I'm like, if I don't record this and finish it, then I just wasted all my time. So here we are now. That's the most Chad thing I've heard all day. It's not Chad. I do not call that Chad behavior. It's stupid behavior. Like, it's one thing to commit to projects, but it's another thing to do so when you know you're already a busy person and time is valuable and very precious. But at the same time, considering what it's for, it'll be worth it in the end, because it's something special, and there was no way I wasn't gonna do something special. So I'm just gonna stick with the consequences of my choices and move on. Empty head coyote. Sometimes it really is just like that. Can you feel my heart Giga Chat song, but it's can you steal my heart? I would gladly steal all your hearts. That's a good way to push yourself, though, not wanting to let your time be wasted. Yeah, I mean, sure, some of the work I've done, it's like, I didn't need to give myself this much work, but since I've committed already, might as well go all the way, because, you know. you already invested so much time. It would be wasteful to then put all that work you did spur of the moment to, like, and just bury it in the ground and just not continue. But yes, it does help to slow down to think a little bit, but at the same time, I will say some of my best ideas have occurred when I'm just thinking on the fly and not really processing everything and just planning it all out. And that's how I've gotten some of my really big projects to come into existence, I guess, would be the good thing to say. Because I will say, some of the projects that I have planned / want to do, they're ambitious. They're very ambitious. And to be quite frank, I don't know if I can do all of them, but I'm going to work my very hardest to try to make them reality. One of them's like, how do I describe it? Because I kind of mentioned it before, a little bit about it on Twitter. And it's the project with the storytelling songs. This is something I've always wanted to do regardless, but the way I want to do it is like super big and like something I have to very like consciously dedicate time to make it happen, because there's so much planning I need to do to make it even like to get it off the ground. I'm gonna need to talk to a lot of people. And I mean a lot of people. You say ambitious, but the question is, are they at reach? To be honest, I don't know, but I'm going to be trying to climb that ladder to see if I can grab it. Yeah, YOLO is the ninja way. Indeed. Character building always interests me. It's fun writing characters, and with like songs, cause, I will say, the inspiration for this project that I've been trying to plan out for the longest time ever is inspired by Honeyworks. And if you don't know the Honeyworks music, they've basically made an entire series of songs, like, placed in this one, like, universe, I guess, in Japan or whatever. And all the stories are like interconnected in some way, because, you know, all the characters exist in this one world. And like and it's all about like the interactions and relationships about these characters. A lot of them are romance songs. That's their thing. And ever since I saw a lot of Honeyworks' music, I've always wanted to make something kind of like that, but you know, my own story, my own characters, or like characters that I write with other people. But of course, I don't specialize in all the things you need to make that kind of stuff happen. Like, I'm only an amateur lyricist. I am in no way a professional lyricist. So I'm not confident enough in my skill to make lyrics like that. And I can't do art. I'm not an artist. I can write stories, but I definitely need more opinions to really feel confident in the story I'm trying to do, along with like character building and all that kind of stuff. But that's what that's what doing giant projects is for. You just bring in a ton of people who are also interested and try to make it happen. I used to listen to albums with that storytelling concept thing. Yeah, for me, I really like those types of songs the most. I guess, yeah, ballads are generally my favorite kind of style of song. And, you know, when most people think of ballads, they think of piano. But ballads, in a sense, are just songs that you make that tell a story of some sort. And I guess, in some way, every song is a ballad of some sort, in, like, loosely, I guess. But, I like being able to follow a story when I'm listening to music. It's fun. It's definitely fun for sure. But I'm working on this project, and like it's still just in a planning phase. Like I am nowhere near ready to even try to like recruit people. But I want to work at it one step at a time and hopefully make it work. I want it, like, it would be something that I can work with even more artists, even more audio people, audio mixers and stuff like that, writers, singers as well, because if I'm doing this, I want, you know, voices for all the characters. And, mographs and stuff like that. It, like, this project in my head, like, the image in my head, I know it could work. I just need to make it work. Your voice is warm. It will fit well with ballads. I definitely work... My voice, I'd say, works pretty well with, like, softer acoustics. And I mean, not all the songs would be soft acoustic, but my idea, unlike Honeyworks, would be to do, like, all kinds of different, like, genre styles. Power ballad is still ballad, you know? More shredding guitar, but the ballad soul is still there. Yeah, definitely. Like, there's all different types of ballads. I feel like most people, though, when they think of a ballad, it's just like, you know, piano or acoustic guitar type of stuff. Because, you know, the word ballad sounds like one of those very, like a softer sound. But not necessarily, but I feel like some people, or well, in the past more, I think, I saw that, where people would get confused at what a ballad was. And that's understandable. Even like with like current music genres and whatnot, I feel like sometimes you look at a song and it's not always easy to to figure out what genre of music it would technically be because it has so many elements. But I like that about it. I freaking love those. They sound old, but in the most hype way, yes. The final opening of the JoJo Stone Ocean anime and the final opening of the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood are slow-paced but still so hyped and sentimental, and I love those kinds of... I wish I could say that I know both of those songs, but... Okay, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, that one I might know. I might have heard it, but I will say, still never watched Fullmetal Alchemist. Any version. Happy early birthday! Hello, Minty! Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome! And thank you so much for the birthday wishes. If you do not know Minty, please go check her out. She is an amazing illustrator. She did some art for she did the art for my Yoake to Hotaru cover. And she's just an awesome person all around. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. The announcement I actually have later, I will spoil. She drew the illustrations for that, and I'm very, very excited to show it because, the art turned out so good. Thank you so much once again, Minty, for doing it all, last noticed, because I gave you some time, but I know you're very busy. But, man, I can't wait. That's one thing. When it comes to art and stuff like that for music or anything I do, it's just like, I have such a hard time not spoiling the art. Like, every single time I get back a commission, I just look at it, it's like, I need to show someone. I get too excited, and it's so hard not to just, like, immediately just start posting everything. It's like, I got it back, time to just release it now. But I'm getting better at being patient. I can't wait to see the final MV. I'm so excited for it. Yes, I did kind of not like say it is music. But of course, I think you guys already kind of figured out. I mean, if it's not gonna be the voice pack like I said it would be, it's gonna be music. But it's a very special cover. Sorry for spoiling. It's okay, it's okay. No worries. I kind of already implied that it would is gonna be music. I mentioned in like, I think, was it my last stream or something? I don't remember, but that I was gonna do a voice pack, but I figured I wouldn't have time to make the scripts, which, you know what, proved to be right. I didn't have time. I tried really hard to write the scripts for another voice pack like last year, but I just couldn't get it done. I tried really hard. I had a very specific idea too I was gonna do, because, you know, last year's was like my first one I ever did, so I was experimenting with how to do stuff. This year I figured it's like, okay, now that I have an idea of how these work, I can make something that's, you know, a little more, romantic style, you know, in theme of like the fact that, you know, I didn't have anything, I don't do stuff for Valentine's Day. Next year maybe I'll do something actually for Valentine's Day specific, that isn't just something I post on Twitter. But if I don't, then I'll probably try to double what I do, just like this year, with my birthday. That did not make sense. Let me repeat that. I will most likely, if I do not release something specific for Valentine's Day, will have whatever I do for my birthday kind of double as also my Valentine's gift. Like this year, because the song I chose for the cover is very specific. There was a different song I actually considered first, but since I wanted this to also kind of be my late begotten Valentine's gift, I chose this song specifically, and it's a song I really like, so I do hope you enjoy. Oh yeah, technically we're not doing announcements yet, but I should probably mention that if you want to have a message read on the 27th during my birthday stream, my actual birthday celebration stream, please go check the links below in the description for the form link. Or actually, hold on. I could just, if I could, you know what? Yeah, just check the description. I have the form link down there, and you guys can go check it out. Do note, I'm going to be closing this one before the stream starts, just so I remember. Because, I mean, unlike last year, I'm not doing a marathon stream, so I'm not going to be, like, having too much preamble before I start opening stuff, so I'm going to try to just close it early. So do keep that in mind if you do want to submit a message, or, you know, I do have a throne, but that's very optional. You do not have to do that. I also don't really have anything listed on Throne. I'm still trying to figure out how to use the site. But both of those exist. But of course, optional, as always. I don't know, it's funny, I don't see any VTuber having February 29th as their day. That would be... Having your birthday be in a leap year would be probably one of the most confusing things to try to organize. And... like... Okay, like... Cool, your birthday is on, like, this very special day, February 29th, but also, guess what? Your birthday only happens every 4 years. Actually happens. I would feel bad. Like, I don't know how I would actually react, but there's, like, a part of me that's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I know someone with a February 29th birthday, and there's this joke of them technically being like 5 years old. Yeah, I feel like that would be something that you could joke about all the time. Imagine celebrating your birthday every 4 years. Yeah, just imagine, like, instead of, you know, celebrating every year, it's like, no, we're gonna celebrate it on the day. So, yeah, only would be able to celebrate every 4 years, which would be sad. You get to celebrate either a day before or after the day. Yeah, I mean, you could. It's just like, there's just something about it where it's like, it's not actually the birth date. Though that does remind me with Genshin. Poor Bennett. Poor Bennett with his leap year birthday. Of course, the most unlucky boy in Genshin just gets that day. But I will celebrate. I will definitely celebrate for my boy. Bulkin the Bulkin. Bulkin the Bulkin. I love using Bennett. Bennett is a great character to play as. Probably, I think, was he like the first Pyro character I got? I think he... Well, I mean, besides like Amber, of course. I think... Was it him or Sung? I forget. It's one of the two. But he was one of my early characters, and I have been using him ever since. But I will say, I haven't used him as much recently because I did get Nahida, so now I have a full Archon team, and using that team is so fun. It's just Zhongli, put on a shield, A, use your E skill, Venti, put them in the blender, and then Nahida, add some Dendro, and just watch it all react. Like, I don't need to do much anymore. I just, like, watch things fly into the Animo blender, and they die. Everything evaporates into nothingness. Divine Judgment and electrified plant bombs flying around in a storm. Yeah, essentially. Though, to be honest, like, Nahida is surprisingly overpowered. I don't know, like, I don't even think the artifacts I have on her are that good, but she does some insane damage just from, like, her normal attacks sometimes. And, like, some of that is, like, without the quicken or aggravate reactions. Sometimes, you know, randomly I just do her standard attack and she'll do a 20k out of nowhere. No reason. And her crit rate and crit damage aren't like extraordinarily high, I don't think. But it's something. Who would know? Who knew that the little Dendro Archon would end up being probably the most powerful character I have, besides A. Still not enough to get me through floor 12, though, of Spiral Abyss. I've been trying, in, like, my tiny little allotments of free time, I've been trying to do floor 12, and I can't. It hurts. I want to get through floor 12 so bad, I just don't have enough power on, like, I'll have one team that's really powerful and then the other one just can't do enough damage. Or, you know, a character just dies. One of the two. It's unfortunate. But, I mean, it's better than last year. Last year, I couldn't even get to floor 10. So, considering I can do this, I think we're doing well. Oh man, there's only 30 minutes left. 30 minutes left before... It is midnight. Also, my cake is gone, so sayonara cake. That was very good. I may have a piece after stream as well. I don't know. We'll see. This rotation is really bad for enemies that one-shot. Yeah. No, not the cake. Yes, unfortunately, I've devoured the cake. It was very good. Unlike last year, though, too, I'm not just taking a fork to and eating it. I was very tempted to, but I decided to be civilized and actually slice myself a piece. Also, these ones are kind of bigger, so it doesn't work as well. But if you were here for my last year's birthday stream, I basically had two, I had a, like, white cake and a vanilla white cake, whatever you want to call it, and a chocolate cake. And they're just, like, very basic cakes. So what I did, instead of, like, cutting a slice, because it was also really tall, all I did was take a fork and just eat it off the serving thing. Whole. And, it was a very fun experience. Though, the only issue is that because I didn't portion it out, I ate way too much cake, and it was kind of painful afterwards. Strawberries are sour. Strawberries aren't sour, they're tart. And I like tartness and sweets. And like fruit sweets. However you would word it. I actually don't like very sweet things. Sometimes I can find like the sweet taste overpowering. So I like having a little like a bitterness or tartness to kind of contrast. And hello Andrew, thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Combine them both and you'll get basic squared. I could have done that. Just like slice it. Like maybe I could have cut it like horizontally in half and then just like switch the tops. And then I would have a half chocolate, half vanilla cake and a half vanilla, half chocolate cake. Don't mind me lurking. No worries, no worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. Always good to see faces. Or names, I guess. Technically not faces. But you know what? Faces just sounds a little more natural. You know? It's like, good to see names. It's like, that doesn't sound quite right. I wish I prepped topics though, because like I'll talk a little bit and then just like as the thought starts to die down and I know I'm approaching the end of the thought, I'm just like, where do we go from here? Let me think. Am I doing anything soon? Exciting? Oh. No, I probably shouldn't. Or, no, I can't. Not that. Unfortunately, cannot divulge in that one other topic. But what's something I'm doing soon? Oh, what? Next week, on Friday, I'm getting my hair cut. Legitimately cut. So let me tell you a fun story. Not exactly a specific story, just let me tell you the story about my hair. So, I have a very interesting relationship with my hair, to which is the fact that I do not like to get it cut short. Specifically, I do not like to get it cut short. I have had my hair at a very long length that is like below my waist for probably most of like more than half of my life. And when I've gotten my hair cut, the trim for my hair at this point is getting like 3 to 6 inches off of my hair. That is a trim. It's more like 3 to 4 inches of hair off, but that's a trim for me, and that's a significant amount of hair. But I am finally, after a little motivation, am getting my hair cut short. How short? It's not a bob cut. It's like, here's my, what's my reference? There's like, right. So, if you've played Genshin Impact, of course, the male protagonist, Ether, has like this weird braid with his hair. Remove the braid and just like look at like the haircut, how it's short. That's kind of how short I'm going, possibly slightly shorter. Like it's gonna be something. And this is the first time I've ever cut my hair that short ever. And the first time I've cut my hair short since like how many years? Like 13 years. I don't really know. Like it's gonna be an experience, especially since I've in some ways gotten used to maintaining long hair, and by maintaining I mean like barely maintaining it, but doing just enough to like have it. Tomboy moment? Yeah, I guess I'm having my tomboy moment. It's more just me trying to experiment with my style to see how I like it. And we'll see. I mean, I like having long hair. But that also might just be because I've gotten used to it, and and like the idea of trying to change it was like slightly unnerving. But I'm gonna do it so I can finally get over that, and the next time, if I decide to just grow it back out, and I decide at one point that I want to change the style, I won't be so psyched out of changing the style because I have now done this. So it is a valuable experience. You'll spend less shampoo afterwards. Yes, that is another thing. I will finally not have to use so much hair product to get my hair clean. Like, the amount of conditioner I use on my hair is disgusting. The amount of shampoo I use on this hair is disgusting. Speaking of shampoo, I actually need to go buy more soon, eventually. So, yep. Yeah, even as a guy, I absolutely notice when my hair grows and I have to use much more shampoo. Yeah, imagine that, but with like 3 feet of hair. 3.5 feet of hair. I don't really know how long this actually is, but it's long. And the other thing with long hair, at the very least, that, you know, I'm hoping maybe will help with short hair, is that I won't shed as much hair. In this, like, in the place I live, or, well, at the mansion, or even, like, at my earthly abode, no matter where you go, you will find long strands of hair everywhere. Doesn't matter what I do, it's just there. And sometimes, like, I won't know how it even showed up or where it is. Like, it just happens. Like, just walking by and, oh, there's a clump of Shido hair. Just right there. I shampoo like 1 in 2 days. Yes, I'm stinky. I mean, that's not that bad. I can be pretty bad about constantly showering. Though, unlike most people actually, I don't really get I don't get BO, really. I've never had an issue with body odor, ever. And, growing up, I've had many people whenever I've said that, like, yeah, no, I've never had an issue with body odor ever, they look at me and kind of like get angry because they would like that as well. Like, there are definitely a lot of things that I've never experienced that, you know, generally most people do. Like, I never growing up, never had bad acne, never had body odor, so I've never had to use deodorant. I've never used a stick of deodorant in my life. I still don't really understand what you do to use it. And hello Maggie Loon, thank you so much for stopping by. Conchito, advanced happy birthday. No, no, that's a perk. Yeah, luckily, like, the only times I've ever really noticed that I've smelled is, like, when I worked out sometimes, and, like, my feet are the thing that can, like, actually smell the most. But, like, I don't usually have an issue with sweating. Like, and even if I do sweat, it doesn't, like, smell at all. Like, I've never understood that with, like, with sweat smelling, because I've never had that problem. And hello Bamika, thank you so much for stopping by. Kiddo, advanced happy birthday, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. And give me 1 second, I need to blow my nose. Feet, yeah, hello, I'm back. But yeah, no, the only thing that's ever really smelled bad for me are my feet. And I think that's the only place where I generally, if something smells, it will be my feet. Like, I will say, like, after a workout one time, I didn't really know, like, how, I knew I had been, like, doing a heavy workout, so I was pretty sweaty. And afterwards, I took off, like, my shoes, and I still had my socks on. And, our son just turned to me and it's like, you need to, like, wash your feet. It's gross. And I'm like, but what? So I, like, take off the sock and I, like, hesitantly sniff it. And it was bad. Like, I actually need to buy something to just, you know, aerate the inside of, like, or, I guess, air freshen the, shoes, because those get permeated with smell, and it's bad. But, you know, other than that, I have no issues. I still don't. Like, sometimes I will say I've gotten curious about, like, what it's like to use deodorant, just because I've never had to use it. I don't know what it's like at all. All these people using it's like, never had to purchase one in my life. That sounds like a customer rationale thing for some gimmicky device like a USB foot feminine moisturizer spray. That... a USB foot. That's just a weird image. Shiro, what do you think you smell like? I really don't know. At the very least, not bad. I hope. No one's really ever, like, unless I've, like, done a work when I used to do fencing competitively, after a workout, my feet would be the only thing that would smell, but, like, no one's ever told me I smelled bad, so at the very least, I don't smell bad. I don't use, like, perfumes or anything. or fragrances. Or like, yeah, I've never used any of those types of things, so I don't know. But considering my magic being fire and lightning, maybe I smell faintly of ash. Who knows? Because, you know, both of those are heat. And with heat comes burning. So maybe I smell burnt. Who knows? Really doing official Shiro scent naming today, are we? That is not where I thought discussion would lead us. Discussion? I shouldn't really say discussion, chatting. Why am I calling it discussion? Like we're doing some kind of book club meeting. Fencing competitively is very noble coyote thing to do. Very noble coyote. I mean, I am technically of nobility, but you know, fencing was just something I had to learn, kind of. But I enjoyed it. I don't fence competitively anymore, but the years that I did it were extremely enjoyable. It was just a very stressful thing to do as well. Alternatively, Shiro might have no smell because the fuel might be hydrogen gas, and hydrogen gas combusting with oxygen only produces pure water. Chemistry. Oh man. I didn't mind chemistry as a subject. I think it's kind of fun. Does it smell like rust? Metal. I mean, for fencing, nothing really ever smelled of rust. I mean, I guess, so I'm in competitive fencing. One of the pieces of equipment you would wear is unless you were doing, épée, which is that's an entirely different type of thing. It's very different in fencing terms, because okay, actually, you know what? Here, let's do a little explanation on fencing. So, fencing, 3 main weapons: foil, épée, and saber. Épée, you can hit anywhere on the body, so every part of your body is a target. In saber, it's the waist and above, so your head is also a target, which is why you wear a mask. And then in foil, the only thing that you can hit is your torso area, waist and above. So arms are off target, little part near your neck is on target, but basically, legs, arms, head, the extra limbs are not a target that you can hit. But, for épée, you don't need to wear a certain piece of equipment because, actually, let me reverse that. So, when you do competitive fencing, you'll have things connected by wire. You'll have some wires that connect into the sword, and sometimes if you do saber or foil, you'll have something called a lame, which is like a kind of metal. It's kind of metal. It's like a mesh almost, with cloth. But what that does allow is that on the tip of the sword, there's like a plunger, basically. And whenever the metal part hits the lame, it completes the circuit of the wires, and that'll set off a light. The plunger, if it hits something that's off target, or considered off target, it'll make the light go like a yellow or a white. But if it hits the lame, it'll make it go off whatever color you have on your side. The 2 colors are red and green. Fencing with a plunger. That would be funny. But In epee, you don't have that because since everything is a target, you don't need to actually have anything that's like electrified. You just have to have like the tip hit something so it completes the circuit and just sends out a light. Though the other thing though that comes with that is that the referee has to look very carefully to make sure the person didn't just hit the ground, because everything's gonna register as like a point in terms of light. But when it comes to Saber, what? So in Saber, the blade itself doesn't actually have like a tip, like the plunger type of thing on the top. Because in Saber, you can slash for touches, or for points, or yeah, for points. I'll word it like that, just so I'm not using too much like lingo. And like, I mean, so in fencing, you would just call it. You need in about. So in about in like the pool round, you need 5 touches to win. In DEs, which is direct elimination, you need 15 to win. But in Saber, you can slash, so you don't need necessarily the tip that would register anything. You can technically hit them with the side of your blade, and that completes the circuit, and it'll register either as like, it'll register as a point. Because the Saber doesn't have like the tip part, there's technically nothing that registers as off target. If you were to hit like the leg, someone's leg in Saber, wouldn't register as anything because it doesn't have that same system. But of course in foil, which does have the tip, if you hit someone in the hand or the arm, registers as off target and sends out the yellow white light, whichever color it is on the system. Oh no, I gotta head home right now. I'll miss the countdown. So happy birthday, Shiro. Thank you so much, Ganaru, and thank you so much for stopping by. Safe travels home. But sorry if that was a little confusing, because I haven't explained fencing to anyone in a long time. But fencing is definitely one of the harder sports to follow in terms of the rules and just watching a bout in general. If you don't have some experience watching fencing or like fencing in general, you won't really know what's happening at all. It's not easy because in an actual bout, of course, there's right of way, attack, right of way, there's action, like predominance and stuff like that. There's the stuff that you can get yellow carded or red carded or black carded for all kinds of different rules. I don't even know all the rules. I don't think any person knows all the rules. Some people know a lot of them, but I would be pretty surprised to find someone who actually knew every single rule in the fencing rule book, because most people don't know them all. But evidently there's like easy rules that you can kind of deduce. Like, you can't cover target. You can't like cover your target with like your other hand or whatever, because that would be cheating. Can't like purposely run into people. This is actually one thing I learned myself firsthand. Someone I was fencing, after the bout was over, they were really happy, and they threw their mask on the ground. And that is apparently, from what I learned, something that you can get black carded with. So despite the fact, and this was like a fun little team event that I did with some other fencers, and because And while the other team won, it was pretty close. I think it was like 43-45. Because that person threw their mask on the ground, their team actually got disqualified, and my team technically won. And I felt really bad. Yeah, it's considered poor sportsmanship, but I think it's also a safety thing because, you know, you're throwing your mask on the ground, and because they kind of bounce a little bit, so it could hit someone. Fencing masks basically have like a metal mesh type of grid type of thing on the front, because, you know, gotta protect your face. Don't want to get stabbed with a sword. Even if they're not sharp, just don't want to get stabbed with a sword. But yes, that team unfortunately got blackcarded, and we won. Pyrrhic victory in the end. Yeah, like, I didn't really feel that happy about that either, because it's not like they fenced well and they deserved that win, but unfortunate circumstance with rules. Oh my gosh, and there is 1 more minute. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. So yes, that's your little dump on fencing, info dump about fencing. Maybe in the future I'll talk some more about it, because I think that would be fun. And even though I don't really fence too much now, it's still something I really love and would love to share more about it. But here we go, countdown time, my friends. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's my birthday! Hey! And hello, Fox! Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. And thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes. It is my birthday. It is 18 season 2. VTubers never age. Fun fact. And thank you so much, guys. Happy birthday for all the happy birthday wishes. And hello, Rizal. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, I can't keep the stream going on for too much longer, so I'm gonna be doing my announcement now. Because, yes, unfortunately, it's Monday, meaning life happens. So, can't make things long. But let me show you this special announcement for my birthday. As you know, it's a song cover, but let me show you what song it is. Drum roll. And ba-bum. If you cannot read Japanese, let me show you. So, wonderful art once again by the amazing Minty. This is, I will be releasing a cover of the song Tipsy by Wanuka. I am so excited to finally announce that. Happy birthday, Shiro. Have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for Saba. And thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. And dear, oh dear, thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. But yes, I am doing a cover of Tipsy by Wanuka. I wanted to do this cover for a long time. It's a song I really, really like, and I'm so excited to finally say this song. If you've not heard the original, please go check it out. It's a really nice song. And look at this art. It's so gorgeous. Once again, thank you so much to Minty for doing the amazing art. And as well for the team, thank you so much to Zell and Esther for doing the mixing and tuning and timing respectively. You guys are awesome. I'm always pleased to work with you both. And as well as Minty, thank you guys so much. Always a pleasure to work with you all. And as for some like the ad-libs that I did, a big shout out to Norris Street, I think that's how you pronounce it, for being my reference, my reference work And as for the video, I did the video. So it was my first attempt at doing a more MV style, because the most I've done like in the past is like what you would consider just like basic phage. They were like just lyric videos. They weren't really MVs. But this is the first time I tried to do, you know, camera work. So very excited to announce that. The waiting room for that cover will be out right after this stream. It will be premiering at 10 p.m. tomorrow, or well, today technically. 10 p.m. EST, which will be around 10 a.m. Indonesia, Western Indonesian time, I believe that's, yeah. 10 p.m. in Indonesia and 12 a.m. in 12 p.m. in Japan, I think. I think that's how it goes. Time zones. I have it written down on the tweet that I'll make later, but yes. I hope you guys can make it there, and afterwards I'll be doing an after party and celebration stream where I'll be reading through all the messages you guys sent me through the forum. Do note the forum is closing before the stream, so if you want to submit a message for me to read, and if you have a gift, that's optional of course, but if you have one, I'll also be opening that on stream, so. Anyways, I will be signing off here because I do have stuff I need to wake up for in the morning. And hello, hold on. Ariel, thank you so much for stopping by. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Please go check out Aria's channel if you have not already. She is an awesome VTuber. We did a collab together and sang Bad Apple. She's awesome. Great friend of mine. Thank you so much for stopping by. Love you too. But anyways, I need to go sleep soon. And get ready, and I might sneak myself a piece of cake. Again, no you. Reverse card. Uno reverse. Anyways, I'm gonna close out before she can say anything. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did, and I will see you in the next one. Otsushiro! See ya!